Hi, this is Kelly with CNG Complete. This is a Ford E350. It's a 2010. We just finished the conversion on it and we're getting ready to turn it back over to the owner. We got a couple of things here. We'll show you. We got a 10-gallon Type 1 tank in there. And then underneath, see if we can, so you can see there is a 4.5 gallon Type 1. And then if you come over here, we've got the fill valve right here. Sorry, it's a little hard to see. These end up looking pretty nice. They look kind of like the factory setups. Then we got a emergency shutoff down here. Now on this van, it's a lot more accessible than most vans, so I decided I would do a little bit more show on what things are. This guy wanted the switch put down here, which is kind of hard to see, but that's where he wanted it. I would normally put it up in a spot like this, but so down in here had really nice space to put the regulator down in here. Now, since on most of these I haven't really been able to show you what things are, here's the pressure regulator, or the pressure sensor right here. And the gauge tells you how much pressure's in it, and then the wire comes off and feeds the sensor on the switch. Also, then here's your temperature sensor. That tells the temperature of the coolant coming through the regulator, and that's how you find out how your vehicle knows when to switch over to CNG. This here is the map sensor. These inline map sensors are a lot more accurate than ones that sit remotely. And then on here I've got a low pressure filter. Underneath I also have a high pressure filter on all my conversions. This is one of the things that I like to do more than the normal. Most conversions have a set of 4 injectors that sit up here where I've got this splitter. Sorry for being so shaky here. So I've got a splitter, and these hoses can be different lengths because my injector actually sits right here, right on top of the cylinder or the intake, and so my injection times are really short. They're all the same size. All the injectors sit right on top, so my injection times are all the same, where on most of the ones that sit up here, these hoses will be long in different sizes, and so you'll have a lot longer injection time, which means not as clean of a tune when the tuning is finished. So I really like doing it this way. It's a lot more accurate. And then anytime you need to have long hoses, the length is on the upside of the injector instead of the downside, where it makes a difference. So that was just a few things I wanted to show you on this one, since it was nice, accessible. And then you got your coolant lines here. You got to make sure you get a good connection on the coolant lines so that your regulator stays heated, otherwise it'll freeze up and you won't get your performance. So that's all inside. Out here under the hood, that's about all you can see right there, is that new conduit there. What I did is I like to keep my computers out of the heat, And so I took this shield off, and the computer actually sits down underneath here, right there. And so it's on the cooler side of the engine compartment, and it will stay a lot more protected there. And so then I've got my computer readout cable tied up over here so that I can access that easily. So that's the finished product. You can see down in here there's another injector sitting right on the top of the air intake, and so you can see, if I can get down here good enough for you, this right here is the gas injector, and this over here is the natural gas injector, and they're only an inch apart. And so when the natural gas is tuning, then the longer the distance is away from the injection point in the cylinder head, the longer or the farther apart those injection times are. And if you have different size hoses between the injector to the injector insert in the cylinder head, then your injector times get changed and it makes it harder to tune. So there's a little bit of information for you on that. And this is our finished product on this 2010 Ford E350, and hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.